DMs moment got your roster with you. Ain't gonna disturb you, know I feel just like a bother to you. You want a man but can't submit, so why bother with you? I'm not gonna put you in your place, you needed a father with you. Real shit. Tell me where you are falling off.
Good morning, y'all. I am at work. I'm currently on my first break, my first 15 in the break room. I always feel like I'm being recorded or something in the break room. Do y'all ever feel like that? I feel like everybody listening to me or something. But my stomach hurts so bad, y'all. Like, I don't know what's going around or what's going on, but my stomach is like, I threw up this morning, like 3 o'clock, something like that this morning, right? But now it's like, and it's not there all the time. It's like a sharp pain, and it's like right down the middle. And it's not there all the time. It just comes and goes. But when it is there, it's, oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't have very much to do today, so we'll see what we can get, and hopefully it's something more fun than work and I start feeling better. Papa has an appointment tomorrow, multiple appointments tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be at work tomorrow, but yeah. I wish my cousin still had basketball games and stuff now that I'm finally more free, because cheer's starting to slow down. But he doesn't anymore. His last game was like last week. It was actually the last one I recorded in my last video. 2 videos ago was his last game. But for cheer, we do have 1 more performance left for the little girls and 2 more, but it's in the same day. And then we have our end of the year party, end of the season party, whatever you want to call it. And that's where we give like the little awards for the season and most whatever, most this, most facials, whatever, stuff like that. And they just get to hang out one last time before we end the season, and the 8th graders go off to high school. So that should be fun, but it is on Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm pissed about that because I wanted to watch the football game this year. I mean, I watched it. I usually always watch it regardless of who's in it, but I really wanted to see the one this year. And I hope the Eagles win because I'm about sick of the Chiefs, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, anyways, I will talk to y'all later. I'm supposed to be here all day, but we'll see because my stomach is like burning. Like, I can't even stand up for a long period of time. And when it does come and I'm standing, I literally have to like bend over. I can't be doing that in the middle of a room in a patient. Like, come on now. Can't be doing that. That's just ghetto. It's not okay. But yeah, I know I seem like I'm okay, but bro, I have a headache low-key too. My headache never went away from a couple days ago. I've been taking Excedrin migraine. It's a mess. But anyways, yeah, I will probably see y'all next time on break, because like lunch break, because today seems like it's pretty busy. This morning seems like it's pretty busy. I don't, you're usually not supposed to say that, but it seems pretty steady this morning, so we'll probably have patients back to back. While I'm on my break, I like to take the time to journal as well, y'all, because I've been into this 3-6-9 method that I heard about. I don't know if it's always been a thing, but I just heard about it. But it's pretty much where you write your goals 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, and then, nope, I lied. 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening to manifest your goals and your dreams and whatever you want for your life. So I'm going to continue to do this and see what we can make of my dreams and my goals, girl, because it's about that time. But y'all, I can't show y'all too much during my working. I'm not even really supposed to be recording this, as apparently we're not supposed to be on our phones at all. But I try to get what we can. But this is me about to drop a shingle shot. I always rearrange my table first to make sure I'm going to have like which needles is going to go with what syringe, what needle is going to go with what vaccine, things like that. So I know what I'm doing and don't have to think about it while I'm doing it. It's just already there and I pick up and go. Quick little tutorial for people who have never been in the medical field or is interested in being in the medical field as a medical assistant. This is a little bit of what your day is going to look like as far as giving shots go. This was one of our patients. He needed the shingle shot, obviously. This was a point of care vaccine, so I was doing this for a patient who came in and seen the provider, not like a nurse visit. So always clean your vials first. Whenever I'm training somebody in the office or they're shadowing me, I always tell them to treat your drawing up your vaccine as if you were giving it to a patient. Like, you want to kind of follow the same steps. Clean everything. Clean the syringe, clean the vials, and let it fully dry before you puncture it. So that's why I always prep my needles and stuff afterwards. I let it dry and then I go ahead and puncture the vial like normal. And we just pull everything out. Sometimes you can pull back the syringe before you even go into the vial. But this one, I just went ahead straight into it. So I pulled in the diluent first and then I inserted it into the medication portion, the shingle shot is always going to come in two separate. One is going to be a green top and the other one's going to be a brown top. Once you pop off the caps, is going to be a red top and a green cap. The green cap has the actual medicine. The red is just like the diluent that you're going to add to it. Then you mix it. I mix it softly. You don't want to like vigorously shake it or nothing like that, right? So just mix it softly. And then there is a such thing as mixing it too much, so you don't want to do that either. Then I drop all the medication out of the vial and I go ahead and switch out my needles. This is the needle that I'm actually going to give the shot to the patient with. Always toss your needles right away. You actually don't want to sit it down how I did for the most part, but I was the only one in the med room and I put it on this paper, so I didn't think about it that much. But you are supposed to throw them away right away. Not throw them away. Don't put it in the trash. Put it in the sharps container. And then the pneumonia shot is already pre-filled, so I just had to switch the needle onto it and screw it on. Now I'm just making sure the air bubbles are out. You don't want to leave air bubbles in the medication and then give it to the patient, because let me tell you something. That won't hurt, okay? And I always keep the green top because it has the information on it that I need to document later that the patient got the shot into the computer. And then now all this stuff that came, wrappers, all that, even the caps that came off of the vaccines, you can throw those away too. Now the red cap you're going to put into the sharps. You're not going to toss that into the trash. And then you throw away your gloves like normal. I'm just showing y'all that I gave a pneumococcal and a Shingrix. And then I guess today was shot day, y'all. I was right back at it for some more shots. This one was for a nurse visit. They came in for a pneumococcal and a hepatitis B, and I believe the Hep B one, they needed it for work. If you didn't know that, you are going to need Hep B if you work in healthcare. Although most people most likely got it done when they were kids, there are some adults who have never gotten it done, or they just are not immune to it no matter how many doses they get, and they just have to come in and get the booster doses. But now I'm just grabbing the needles that I need for the 2 syringes. Both of these are pre-filled, so I didn't need to drop anything. I just pulled them straight out. Sanitize. What, girl? Sanitize my hands, and then I go ahead and start screwing on my needles. I don't go into the med room for the most part without sanitizing my hands. Even if I'm just going in there to talk to somebody, I have like a habit of just grabbing hand sanitizer because it's right there by the door, like once you're walking in. But yeah, I don't usually go into the med room most of the time with like out hand sanitizer. And if I do, like I said, I'm mostly just grabbing these little VIS forms right here, which is a vaccine information sheet, or I'm going to go talk to somebody really quick. And yeah, you just screw it on just like that. Make sure you take out your air bubbles, like I told you in the last time. I don't know what was up with these vaccines on this day, y'all, but every single one of these air bubbles like would not come out. So usually when that happens and you just can't get it out no matter how many times you tap on it, you just keep drawing back and like playing with it. So draw back, push up, until you can get the air bubble out. And you want to do it slow. Don't just keep pushing it up, because then you're going to push all the medication out into the needle and then you're screwed and you got to redo everything. Slow. Do everything slow. So now here I am documenting the vaccines. I didn't have time to document them right after I gave the vaccine, so I did have to do like 4 of them all together. One of my patients who got one of the other shots, they wanted their paperwork before leaving, so I did have to document that before they left. But these 2, they didn't really care for it. It was just, like I said, they came in for point of care stuff and got their shots during their appointments, except for the nurse visit. They didn't need proof of that either because it was on their my chart. I shouldn't say they didn't need proof. It's more so they didn't want it because it was on their my chart and they knew they were going to be able to access it and prove it to whoever they needed to, like their professor. But for documenting your vaccines, you're going to need the lot number, the NDC number, and the expiration date. Most of the other stuff is going to pre-fill for you, and then you're also going to need the site that you gave it. So left deltoid, right deltoid. For kids, if you give it in their thigh, left or right, behind the arms for sub-Q injections or in the stomach, anything like that, you do need the site and it'll tell you how to put it in there. So like us, we can put LD, enter, and then it'll enter it, or RD, enter, and it'll put right deltoid. It depends on what system you're using. So yeah, once you go ahead and put in all the lot number, NDC, and expiration date, everything else is going to pre-fill for you that you need. I believe it's like the manufacturer that pops up for you. That's all that's really left that needs to go in there. But yeah, and what kind of vaccine, and if it doesn't pre-fill for you, then you probably didn't enter it right. Again, this is also going to depend on what system you guys are using in your clinics, but if it doesn't populate and it's supposed to, you most likely didn't order the right vaccine that you have on hand. Like you could probably order the right Hep B, but it wasn't the right brand name, and your supervisor or whoever's on your clinic site to train you should be able to help you with that part of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. When you're done with the vaccines and giving them, you just go ahead and document everything, give your patients proof if they need it. And that is all, y'all. Alright, y'all, I picked out our clothes for the day. Papa's gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear that. Obviously, this is not Papa's size, but I picked out everything. I'm about to get Papa up. He's so over there knocked out. I'm about to get him up so he can shower and get going to his appointment. We're washing our sheets. That's why they're not here, okay? Mind your business. But I'm gonna get him up so he can get showered and stuff like that. I'm thinking about taking him to the Hands-On Children Museum after. That's why I'm dressing him up a little bit more than I would for any regular appointment. But yeah, no school for him today, no work for me today. It's just gonna be a little appointment day / fun day at the Hands-On Children Museum. Let's get him up and in the shower. The shower's already ready so he can warm up. Good morning. You gotta get up, baby. Papa. Y'all, he's knocked out. Oh, he says Papa just was not having it, y'all. He did not want to get up. This was the following day after that work day. Me and Papa are just clinging to each other because I won't even lie, before I did get up, I did not want to get up myself. It's so cold right now, and it's just like perfect when you're warm and you're cuddly. Like, I want to get up, Papa. I don't blame you. So yeah, we finally got up. Well, so I thought. We went right in the bathroom to cuddle some more. Papa just wasn't having it. Didn't want to take his clothes off yet, so I was just giving him his time. I wasn't going to rush him, take his time. We move on his time. And I told y'all that before. His time, baby. I'm trying not to get him because he already undressed, but I literally sat him on the toilet with his little potty training thing so he can pee in the morning and we can get him used to potty training. Instead of him peeing in the toilet, y'all, he literally peed all over my floor and just standing in it. What? I mean, it's a good thing we were going in the shower because, like, what the heck? I literally sat him on the toilet for that reason. I specifically said so you can pee and you don't pee on my floor. 5 seconds later, he peeing on my phone. I hear just waterworks. I'm like, what is that? Thinking it's the shower. But I'm like, that's a different pattern than what I've been hearing this whole time. Y'all, it's him pissing on my floor. God. Anyways, we're finally out the shower. I'm getting Papa ready. I finished brushing his teeth and everything. So I lotioned his face and getting him smell good for the day. He wears Aquaphor on his lips now because I think it's just his winter. Like, it's so dry outside. His lips are chapping up, so he wears Aquaphor now, and I put it more so in the crevices. He hates putting it on, as you guys can see. It takes me forever. He hates putting it on, y'all. Look, fighting with him. And then he finally like does it for a little bit, and then he's like, yeah, no, I don't like the feeling of that, and he moves his head. But we got it done. He got some on his lips, and we went ahead and just called it a day. Well, I guess we're still here fighting with them to put on chapstick. I thought we moved on, but why can't I move on? Thank you. Y'all, then we were running a little bit behind. This was my outfit I put on. I just threw something together. And we headed out the door for Papa's appointment. I don't think Papa likes snow, y'all. Look at his face. We're finally at the house on the way to Papa's appointment. We're running like right on time. We're getting there at 11:30. His appointment's at 11:30. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what's wrong. Like, I give myself more than enough time to get there, to get anywhere I need to go, work, anything. And every time I'm still just running late or right on time. Like, what kind of voodoo is that? Sorry about my glasses, y'all. It's snowing out here, but I'll feel like cleaning up. We're done with Papa's appointment. We're about to leave now. I'm gonna take him to go get some food real quick, and then we're gonna go to the Hands-On Children's Museum, even though it's snowing outside, but there's nothing else for us to do today. I'm not at work all day, and we have to pass time before his next appointment, so yeah, we'll be back and I'll show y'all. So yeah, when we get there, I'll show y'all the activities he likes to do. He mainly likes the water ones. Like, he don't really like to do any of the other ones except for the water ones. But yeah, we'll see what else he gets into. Okay, I just got Papa his food. We just parked. I'm gonna let him eat before we go to what would he? Oh, I thought he threw it down. Before we go to the Hands-On Children's Museum, and we're right down the street from it. His dental office, the Hands-On Children's Museum, and this McDonald's is like all in the same area. So they finally gave my baby his freaking apple slices, y'all. Like, I don't know why. Tell me if this happening, y'all. Ever since I've been ordering Papa his Happy Meals, they have not been giving him his apple slices. Like, are they going extinct or something? What's happening? Y'all know how to cut up 4-5 apples and put them in a bag? My baby love his apples, and he be looking forward to that. Every time he's done with his food, he be looking in the box and there's no apples, Papa. So I always have his Honey Crisp full apples at home because they be tripping. Anyways, so yeah, he's eating his fries now. I give him some time to eat his fries first so he don't he won't eat the fries if he gets his nuggets first, is what I'm trying to say. So I'll let him eat some of his fries first or his nuggets, one or the other. And I think he get that from me low-key. Like, I can't eat 2 things at once. If I'm eating a plate of chicken, rice, and cornbread, I gotta eat the rice first, the chicken, and then the cornbread. I might put the chicken sometimes here or there with like a couple bites with the rice, but that's not preference. I didn't mean to be smacking like that, y'all, but I love me a good McDonald's fry sometimes. You smack them, it'd be so good. He just chilling. I love him so much, y'all. And it makes me so happy when he eats. Sometimes I'll be staring at him eating because one, he don't eat that much, and then when he does eat, it like warms my heart, if that makes sense. Anyway, I want to finish eating. He's gonna finish eating, and then we'll be at the museum. We made it to the museum. We're walking in, and Papa has no idea what he's about to get into. He doesn't know where we're going right now. I didn't say anything about where we're going, unless if he was paying attention to me when I was talking in the car, which he probably was not, because he don't care that much. And we got in. The first thing he saw was this little ice cream section. Also, before we move on, like, did y'all know, in case you're ever in Washington or if you have like a location near you, did you know they offer WIC discounts or like EBT if you're on any of that stuff, TANF, all that? All you have to do is just show them that you have a card or ever had a card, even if you're not on it currently, and they'll give you the discount. Me and Papa got in today for $6, y'all. $6, and we had access to the full place, y'all. Didn't have to pay extra for nothing except parking. You do have to pay for, and you just have to pay that by hour, but it's only $150 to park there. So even if you stay for like 2 hours, you're only paying $3. So yeah, it's a really affordable place, and it's super fun. Like, look at this cool little place. This is Papa's favorite thing, clearly. Look how soaked he is, y'all. Completely soaked in freaking water. He loves him some water, so I figured it was gonna happen anyways, but we ended up changing him before we went back out into the cold. But yeah, super affordable place, and it's so fun. He loves it. He just kept dumping his head in it. And we've been to this place before, but for some reason this time he was having the time of his life. He was running all over the place and everything, y'all. I've been called under this little cute, like a Korean. Girl doesn't get right. And who left me? And it's so cute. I want to show him the little. Somebody put money in there. Uh-oh. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, like for treasure. I don't know. It's supposed to be like that for treasure. Papa and I had a blast, but it was time to go home. I was giving him some love. We were in there playing peekaboo and all, hide and go seek, the whole 9. But thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Tell me where you are falling off, 'cause I need you in my life, girl.